Obinna stood up. "Who is there?" he called. Silence. Then, figures appeared. Shadows at first, slipping through the trees like smoke. They had no feet. No faces. Only eyes, glowing like fire in dark sockets. Obinna's hands trembled. His drum fell from his grip. "Who wakes the spirits with the forbidden song?" a voice boomed from the darkness. Long ago, hidden in the thick forests of southeastern Nigeria, there was a mysterious and sacred village called Oru. Surrounded by ancient Iroko trees and mist-covered streams, Oru was known for one thing above all: its music. The people of Oru could speak through their drums. The rhythms they played carried messages to neighboring villages, summoned rain, and even calmed wild animals. But beyond the praises and praises, the villagers lived by one sacred law. No drum must sound after the midnight hour. It was a rule so old that not even the oldest elder remembered its origin. They only knew that long ago, someone had broken the rule, and the price paid was too terrifying to forget. So every evening, as soon as the moon reached the middle of the sky, every drummer in Oru would stop, pack up, and return to their hut. But there was one person who questioned everything. His name was Obinna. Obinna was young, strong, and carried the pride of a lion in his chest. He was the son of the late master drummer, and people said he had inherited the spirit of the drum itself. From the age of 7, his hands moved like magic over the carved skin of the family drum. By 15, Obinna's beats could make grown men cry. He was talented, but also proud. Too proud. He saw the elders' warnings as ancient superstition, old people's fear. "What could possibly happen if I play past midnight?" he would whisper to his friends. "Would the trees grow legs and chase me?" But his friends would lower their eyes and say nothing. No one dared joke with the spirits. Obinna's fame grew. At every village celebration, he was the star. At every moon festival, it was his rhythm that called the masquerades into dance. The maidens smiled when he passed. Little boys followed him, hoping to become great drummers too. But inside Obinna's heart, pride and arrogance were growing like weeds. One year, during the Festival of Ancestors, Obinna was crowned the chief drummer of Oru. The crowd clapped. The chief poured palm wine on the ground in blessing. Drums thundered all day, from sunrise to the orange glow of evening. And then, as the stars began to pierce the sky, the drumming stopped, just as it always did. But that night, something changed. Obinna stood in the village square long after the celebration ended. The moon was high, round and silver. The wind was quiet. And the drum, his father's old drum, sat by his side like a sleeping lion. He touched the drum gently. Then he smiled. "The spirits are only tales to frighten children," he said. "But I am a man now." So Obinna sat, took the drum between his knees, and struck the first beat. Boom. A second. Boom bie. A third. Taka taka boom. The sound echoed through the village. It echoed through the trees. Birds flew from their nests. Dogs whimpered and hid. Even the fireflies disappeared. But Obinna kept playing. Suddenly, a cold wind blew across the square. The Iroko trees rustled. Not like trees swaying, but like something walking among them. Then came a sound. Faint. Hollow. Another drum. Obinna stopped. He looked around. He heard it again. Boom. 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 From deep in the forest, an ancient rhythm answered him, slower, darker, as if it had not been played in 1,000 years. Then came another. And another. Drums Upal drums, rising from the earth. Obina stood up. "Who is there?" he called. Silence. Then, figures appeared. Shadows at first, slipping through the trees like smoke. They had no feet. No faces. Only eyes, glowing like fire in dark sockets. Obina's hands trembled. His drum fell from his grip. "Who wakes the spirits with the forbidden song?" a voice boomed from the darkness. Obina fell to his knees. I was only celebrating. I did not mean disrespect." From the shadows stepped a tall being, half human, half wood. Its skin looked like bark. Its fingers were like branches. But its eyes were alive. Ancient. Angry. "The midnight hour is not yours," it said. "It belongs to us. You have opened the door." Suddenly, the ground cracked. From beneath, ghostly figures emerged, the dead drummers of Oru. They had no mouths. Their drums were made of human skin. They surrounded Obina, chanting a song no living ear had ever heard. The rhythm pierced his soul. Obina screamed. He ran. But Oru had changed. The paths were gone. The huts were no longer there. Trees twisted in new directions. He ran toward the forest, but the trees moved, closing in on him. He turned toward the river, but it had dried. The air became thick. Heavy. He couldn't breathe. Then, in the middle of it all, he saw a shrine, a forgotten one, built from bones and covered in red cloth. He collapsed before it, begging. "Spare me, I beg you. Forgive me." From the shrine, a voice emerged. It was the voice of a woman, soft and ancient. "You disrespected what was sacred," she said. "Now, your drumbeat will never stop. Not in this life. Not in the next." With that, she touched his forehead. Obina screamed once more, and everything went black. The day after. Morning came. The villagers gathered for the cleansing rituals. But Obina was not there. His hut was empty. His drum was in the square, but split clean in half, as if struck by lightning. Nobody saw him again. From that day, the drums of Oru were never played after sunset again, not even by accident. And every year, during the festival of ancestors, the chief would pour libation not just for the spirits, but for Obina, the boy who disrespected the midnight law. Yet, on some nights, when the moon is round and the trees whisper secrets, villagers claim they still hear it, the lonely beat of a drum coming from deep inside the forest. Boom, boom, ba. The sound of Obina's eternal punishment. Please like, comment and subscribe for more entertaining folktales.